Blessed day, beautiful beings, beautiful souls. So today I'm going to fearlessly take a stand for something that is deeply, deeply important to me. In fact, I firmly believe it to be my life's purpose, my life's mission on the planet. So a little backstory. I am taking part of a 30-day challenge. It's called the Fearless 30 Challenge. And we are going to be given prompts every day to come and show up and vulnerably share. And the prompt for today is, what are we taking a stand for? What are we fearlessly taking a stand for? And so when I asked myself, when the prompt was given earlier today, I asked myself, what am I gonna speak about? And immediately it came to me: unity, divine oneness, unity consciousness, the fact, the truth that we are all one, the law of one, that the all is the one, and that the one is the all, that God, source, the divine, the one infinite creator, created of itself to know itself, to experience itself, and that all seen, unseen experiences, realms, realities, conscious, sentient aspects of reality are source, experiencing itself, getting to know itself. And so we are intimately and intrinsically connected with one another. Beyond just being mirrors for one another, we are one another. Beyond just being brothers and sisters, we are other aspects of each other. We are all God. We are all the divine. In fact, everything is of God, is of the divine. God is all there is. Source, the one infinite creator, is all there is. And so when I came back to this prompt, I was asking myself, well, why am I such a stand for this information being shared, being disseminated? Why do I firmly believe this to be my life's purpose, my life's mission on the planet? To bring forth this information, to bring it out to the masses, to let people tune in to what is my truth, to find out if it'll allow it to awaken their own remembering of their own innate truth. And I had to backtrack because for me, on my spiritual self-development journey to happiness and fulfillment, I had to come to my own dark night of the soul, my own dark places and spaces of deep, deep, deep suffering, deep disconnection to God, to the divine, deep disconnection from my own soul. This feeling of hopelessness and depression and despair and anxiety and fear for what was coming. All of these heavy emotions and this feeling of truly hopelessness, like it's never going to get better. This is all that I have. Like, where did I messed it up? I messed it up too bad. And this deep void that existed within me. And my journey of suffering into my journey of empowered wholeness really did have so many pieces and facets, but it really, really came home with the understanding of unity consciousness. And as I started opening myself up to these studies, to these understandings, I began to realize that that was the original wound of humanity, the wound of separation. And in fact, being the original wound of humanity, it is quite literally the source of all pain and suffering on our planet, is the illusion that we are separate from the infinite source of all love and all life. This sense of being abandoned by our cosmic parents, by our God, Mother, Father, God is God, parents. And in that feeling of separation breeds fear, breeds uncertainty, breeds self-doubt, breeds all of these experiences and all of these shades of the heavier, denser emotions and life experiences. And that's part of the earth experience. That's part of what we chose to incarnate into and through, was to go through the veil of separation, the illusion of separation, so that we could experience new experiences and learn and grow without the knowledge that we are infinite, we are limitless. We are the divine experiencing ourselves in this reality. So it's part of the game. It's part of the divine earth experiment. It's part of why we're here, to forget and then to reawaken. And what's so beautiful is we are perfectly primed in this beautiful ascension, beginning of this ascension cycle that we're entering into, this next golden age of humanity, to awaken to this truth. Schumann resonances are off the chart. We're flying through a photon belt. The sun is upgrading. Photons and plasma light is flooding our planet. We've had some incredible alignments since 1987 in the harmonic convergence in 2012. We're ascending. It's a journey. It's a process. And we are going through that. We are undergoing it. We are the way showers that came here to awaken and to remember these truths. And at the highest level of truth, which was deeply my prayer in my journey of life, because when I began to realize that we had been lied to again and again and again about the truth of our reality, every place and space is rifled with lies that we have been fed, I became angry. I became so angry. And in that anger, I wanted to know the truth. And I threw everything out. Maybe I did throw the baby out with the bathwater, but I was like, okay, I'm going to find my truth. No one's going to tell me what's true but me. And of course, it's not perfection. There's many things that I learned to be true that, in my spiritual journey, in my journey of finding truth, that I no longer believe to be true, because we refine our truth. We talk to other people and we get new resources and sources, and we expand our understanding of what that truth is. And we start seeing this truth at higher dimensions of consciousness. And so if you are in a place and space that sees Earth as a prison planet, my loves, let's expand even more. Let's go even higher. Because it's a playground. It's a playground of consciousness, of experience, a playground of duality, a playground of creation, manifestation, a playground of sensorial experiences, tasting and touching, these things that we don't get to do in the higher dimensional planes. So this is a playground that we chose to be a part of, and it's an experiment in unity consciousness. It's an experiment in galactic peace. So if you are experiencing suffering, my loves, perhaps unity consciousness and this practice, which I find to be the #1 spiritual practice that we can regularly anchor into, is the remembrance that we are not separate from God. We are not separate from the one infinite creator. We are not separate from the source of all love and life. All qualities and traits that source, that God, the creator, embodies, so do we. We are omniscient, omnipotent. We are limitless expansion. We are love at the core. And so is everybody else. So not only is the intention to see yourself through this lens of what divine oneness, but to take that then into the world around you and to recognize you are not separate from your brothers and sisters. You are not separate from the entities of the dark, denser realms. You are not separate from the Kabal. You are not separate from the Reptilians or the Anunnaki or whatever being that you want to blame and play victim. Play that victim role. You are not separate from them. You're infinitely powerful. So being able to then in turn see all creation through the lens of divine oneness, all beings, all entities, all experiences of reality, all beliefs as part of the tapestry and fabric of consciousness, of reality that is the creator wanting to experience and know itself in all knowing experiences, right? It is all perfect. Perfection is all that exists. And if it doesn't seem perfect to you, it's because it's not what you preferred to happen. But you know that song, it's been playing in my head all day. You don't always get what you want. Sometimes you just get what you need. That's the reality. You don't always get what you want, but you always get exactly what you need. Because you created it. Because you were in resonance for it. Because it is a reflection of what's in and within you, being called to show up, to heal, to be observed, to be loved, to be expressed, seen, witnessed, and accepted, and brought back into wholeness. So, or to trust, to surrender, to whatever it is that you're calling in, that experience is divinely serving of that. So this whole transmission is really for me to say that I am a stand to end suffering, human suffering. I'm a stand to end disempowerment. I'm a stand to end victim persecutor consciousness. I am a stand to end hopelessness and helplessness. I'm a stand for people stopping to search for happiness and love and joy and anything outside of them and recognizing that only they can give it to themselves. I am a stand for law of one, unity consciousness, service to the all, because we are not separate from the all. And in serving the all, we serve ourselves and we all rise. I am a stand for you, for we, for us, for I, for God, for the divine. I am a stand for consciousness. I am a stand for freedom, the freedom of all sentient beings to choose, to be in full choice through the power of information and truth, not the distortion or the lack thereof and the hiding of. I am a stand for a new earth, a new world, a new way of living and being that is not rooted in fear and in separation. That is how they keep us apart. That's how they keep us divided. That's how they keep us weak. By living in fear and separation, they keep us divided, because together we're so much stronger. So do not allow the fear, the division to be perpetrated through your being, because that is the anti-unity consciousness. That is the anti-love. And so do not see that there are good guys and bad guys, because it's simply not true. They're roles that we're playing like a movie. Actors and actresses, like, don't see that level of separation. Don't point fingers. Don't allow them to divide you, to anger you. Don't try to go out and fix and change the world either. It's through your lived embodiment and way of being that you become a way shower. You are showing the way through the way that you live and how you show up in the world. Not by telling people that they're wrong or offering unsolicited advice. Trying to save the world. Believe me, I played that savior mentality as a woman who grew up as a strong Christian. And it's still in me sometimes, but I let it go. We're not here to save the world. So do not let yourself be divided, and anchor back into unity consciousness. This is divine perception, divine identity mastery, mastering your own identity as source, as the limitless creator of all things. And from that place and space, you have everything. You are all that you desire and require. You lack nothing. And in that, you become a master co-creator with reality, which is always what we were meant to do and accomplish and live into as divine, angelic, holy humans, was to become master creators within reality, with reality, not just manifestors, which has this energy of going out and taking and forcing and pushing and controlling, but instead to be a vibrational match for all that you desire and require, because you are so tapped into your infinite, limitless being as source, as having all that you desire and require, that you just think of something and it immediately comes into your field because you're already a resonant match for it. So again, I'm going on a bit of a tangent, but you can see and feel how this aspect of unity consciousness is truly life-changing. It's the key to world peace. It's the key to your happiness. It's the key to end suffering, unnecessary suffering. It's the key to becoming a master creator of your reality. It's the key to so much. And it's really and truly, there is really only one law of our reality. Everything else is considered a principle. Although I still often call them laws because that's what you guys know them as, right? The universal laws, the law of manifestation, the law of resonance, the law of attraction, right? Those are really technically principles, the one law that exists that I have spent lifetimes, eons sharing and spreading across the multiverse is the law of one. The all is one, and the one is the all. So this is what I must stand for. And yeah, I believe this to be the key to create true meaningful change, and not only our personal individual lives and realities and perceptions of reality, but also to create meaningful change in the world at large. And you think of what the world would look like and be like if we all saw each other as our brothers and sisters, not separate from one another, not trying to change each other, not trying to keep separate, but to allow the beautiful symphony of diverse beings and experiences and skin tones and ways of living and being just be exactly as they want to be, because it doesn't hurt and impact us. And that's what we're here to do and create, is experience ourselves and imagine what it would be like, our relationship to the planet, if we no longer saw ourselves separate from the planet. What about our relationship to the elements, our food, our plants, or the animals, right? This unity consciousness, divine oneness, the law of one. I mean, there's a reason. I'm emotional. There's a deep reason why I must stand for this. And I consider this, the spreading, the dissemination of this, my truth, to be my life's purpose and mission on the planet at this time. So together we can share this truth, and we can create a better world for ourselves individually and for us as a collective that is rooted in love, co-creation, collaboration, radical acceptance, unity, uniqueness, celebrating the individuation, right? Like that's the paradox of it, is that we're here to celebrate our individual aspects of source as source through the knowledge that we are not separate from. Beautiful, isn't it? So we can celebrate the diversity and not try to change each other, but to welcome the diversity and just be fields, giant heart, electromagnetic fields of unconditional love, support, and acceptance for each other and for all that we encounter. So I love you deeply and profoundly. This is Fearless 30 Challenge, Day 1's prompt. What am I a stand for? I am a stand for the truth, my deep truth, that we are all one. We are all one. I love you.